so good to see you all here this evening. I know you could have been somewhere else, right? But then you chose to come to sit at the feet of the Lord. You chose to come and sit at the feet of the Lord. And there is a blessing, I assure you, when you sit at the feet of the Lord. And you begin to grow more and more like Jesus. That's our theme this week, isn't it? Be like Jesus. And it is a lifelong process. It's a lifelong experience. It doesn't happen just in one day. And so we need to seek Him daily. Daily grow. This evening, I want to talk to you about Jesus. Meet my God. He transcends traditions and trends. You know, some of us are so set in tradition. This is the way we have done it, and this is the way we will continue to do that. Is that something new I'm saying? Is that something new? Many of us are tethered to the past, to tradition, and then there is another aspect. Some of us want to see what is trending, what is the trend, and we want to keep abreast of the trend that are in the world. I know of a niece who keeps on buying footwear, slippers, shoes, and I asked her, Benita, is that something new? Yes, uncle. You see, that is the in thing, that is the trend. They keep up with the trend. And you see, with Jesus, it is not keeping up with the trend or tradition, adhere to tradition, but adhering to His word. That's what God expects of us, isn't it? It's the same old gospel, but each time you read the Bible, you come up with new insights, true or false. It happens to me, I don't know about you. Every time I read the Bible, I find something new. And it helps us to be committed to Jesus Christ. It helps us to be committed to Jesus Christ. You know, some of us think we are committed, but when the test comes, that will prove whether we are committed or not. The day after my wedding, long ago, the day after my wedding, early in the morning, my wife and I, newly married couple, we were making our way to our uncle's house, just walking, just a few streets away in Madras, Chennai now. And she was wearing a red sari from previous night's reception. And I really don't remember what I was wearing, but I remember what she was wearing. And we were holding hands and walking, you know, so romantic, hardly 24 hours after the wedding. And we were taking our time to walk through. It was the neighborhood where everybody knew everybody. And there were old ladies who were standing by the entrance door and smiling. They knew that we had just gotten married a few hours ago, the previous day. All of a sudden, the whole street was filled with cattle, cows and ox, cattle. Somebody was taking it to the grazing field. The whole street was filled with that. And I don't know if there is anything about the red sari and the cows. I don't know if there is anything like that, but then all of a sudden I saw a cow charging at my wife. That's the cue I needed. I jumped. You know, I'm not a great sportsman, but I must have really broken the record that day. Long jump, and they'd say, turn around and say, now where is my wife? Where is my wife? And, sometimes things are hard to be translated into English language. And everything was quiet. The whole herd had passed through that narrow street. Whole lot of them. And now, I was looking for my wife, sheepishly walking through the street. And a grandma came out of the house with my wife. Grandma, who was a friend of mother-in-law. Oh, I was in trouble. My mother-in-law's friend. And she said, my, oh my, oh my. I was at your wedding last night, and you said you will take care of her until you die. What happened, son? What happened? You committed yourself. You covenanted before God. What happened? I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm really sorry. You see, I defaulted on my covenant. Just a few hours after my wedding. I thought I was committed, but when the real test came, it proved the real me. It showed the real me. To me and to my wife, and of course to God, In the Bible, we have several stories like that. And the scripture reading that was read to us portrays the picture of a man who was a young person but enjoyed a very high status in the society. And so he comes running. As Jesus was making his way out. This was his journey to the cross. Read the Bible, you will know. This was his kind of last journey. He was going through Jericho. And this man comes running. And then imagine a crowd around Jesus. All his disciples. He comes running and kneels in front of Jesus. And he says, what should I do to inherit eternal life? You see, he expected an answer that would be palatable for him. An answer that would be consistent with his worldview, as it were. But then Jesus goes on to say, you know what? Yeah, you have kept all these commandments. You've been steeped in tradition. You think you are committed. Now here comes the test. Go sell all that you have and then come and follow me. This young man, known as the rich young ruler, met the Lord of the universe. An experience, for him at least, once a lifetime experience. Met the Lord of the universe. And what does he do? With the meeting of his lifetime, he messed it up. He messed it up. He came with great anticipation. This young man came to Jesus with great anticipation. Secondly, he bargained for a shorter route. He bargained for a shortcut to heaven. He thought Jesus would provide that shortcut. And then he left with sadness. 3 points. He came with great anticipation. Good master, what should I do? He had it all right so far. And he then says, well, should I really sell all that I have? Do you really expect me to do that? You see, with Jesus, there is no partial commitment. With 1 foot here and 1 foot there. No such things with Jesus. You are either committed or not at all. You are either with Jesus or not at all. And this man, like the saying goes, wanted to keep the pudding and eat it. Let's put it in contextual terms. He wanted to keep the masala dosa and eat it too. He wanted to keep the chapati and eat it too. He wanted both, this and that. You see, in the spiritual realm, we can't do that. You either follow Jesus or not at all. So he came with great anticipation. This young ruler came on his own. Jesus didn't call him, did he? No. Jesus was minding his business. She was just going out of town. This man comes and kneels and asks the question, what shall I do? What shall I do? Did he know what he should do? He probably did. He probably did. But here is what Jesus said. Jesus said that he lacked one thing. Then he asked him to do 3 things out of that one thing. It's all a package deal, you see. Sell your possession, number 1. Number 2, give the proceeds to the poor. Sell your possessions. Give the proceeds to the poor. Then come and follow me. That is discipleship. Giving up everything that you have and then following Jesus. That is discipleship. Jesus gave the same invitation to Peter, John, and his brother James, didn't he? Come follow me. What did they do? The Bible says they left everything, their boat, their fishing net, all that they had. That was their livelihood, wasn't it? That was their livelihood. They left all that and they followed Jesus. But this man, he wanted to follow Jesus, but he wanted to retain those possessions as well. Billy Sunday, great preacher in the bygone days of America, great evangelist, he was talking to a little boy after the meeting, and the little boy was clenching something in his hand. And Billy Sunday said, open your hand. I can't do that. Why? Well, I just can't open my hand. Do you have something in your hand? Yes. And what do you have? Well, finally, he was convinced that he should open his hand. And he had a marble in his hand. And why would you open your hand? Well, I don't want to let go of the marble. I don't want to let go of the marble. You see, he wanted the marble. That was more precious to him than anything. What is precious to you? What is precious to you? What are you holding on to? What are you holding on to that prevents you from being fully committed to Jesus? You see, this man, he thought that there is a shorter route to follow Jesus. Jesus never forces anybody to follow him. Have you ever read of that in the Bible? Have you read any stories in the Bible where somebody was forced to do something or forced to follow Jesus? From the beginning of the Bible in Genesis and to the end in Revelation, you will notice God gives man a choice. He gives choice to you. He blessed you, created you with the power of choice. And He let you choose whether you come to worship or not. On Sabbath I saw a lot more people. What happened to them? I don't know. It's their choice, isn't it? It is their choice. God never forces anybody. I don't know if Any of you have read Charlie Brown, the peanut cartoon? When I was in college here, a lot of these missionary kids used to have this cartoon. So I used to read that cartoon. But my daughter gave me this little story. Lucy is a character in that cartoon, the old peanut cartoon. And Charlie Brown was the other character. So Lucy says to Charlie Brown, the girl, you know, Charlie Brown, I would have made a great evangelist. I would have made a great evangelist. Really? Yes, really. Well, how do you do that? You see, Lucy answered, I tried to convert the boy in front of me. I convinced him, in fact, my religion is better than his religion. My church is better than his church. Ah, Lucy, said Charlie Brown, how did you do that? Well, I hit him on the head with my lunchbox. And he said, yes, 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 your religion is better than my religion. You see, Jesus doesn't resort to such tactics. Jesus doesn't resort to such tactics. God will reveal what you know already. God will reveal what you know already. And He gives you a choice. He gives you a choice. And it is left to you whether you will believe everything and follow it. What are you holding on to that prevents you from becoming more like Jesus? You see, was Jesus rich? Did He have very much? He didn't even have a pillow, He said, right? I like to sleep with 2 pillows. Jesus didn't have a pillow. The Son of Man, the God who created this whole universe, He became poor for you and for me. He was fully committed to save you and me. He was fully committed to His Father's will. How about us? Are we committed to Him? Are we fully committed to Him? Sometimes there are things that competes for supremacy in our life. And one of my favorite authors, whom I read every morning, he says, beware of anything that competes with loyalty to Jesus Christ. Beware of anything that competes for loyalty to Jesus Christ. And listen to this, the greatest competitor of devotion to Jesus is service for Him. How can that be? The greatest competitor of devotion to Jesus is service for Him. You know, many of us serve Jesus, right? You can be so busy serving Jesus that you forget about having a relationship with Him. You are so busy working for Jesus, working for the church perhaps, teaching the students or you students, studying so hard that you forget about having a connection, a relationship with Jesus. Yeah, we read the Bible, we read our devotional books, but do you really have a relationship with Jesus? This man, he wanted a shortcut in life. And when Jesus said, go sell all that you have and follow me, what was his response? Matthew says in the parallel passage, he went away sorrowfully. He went away sorrowfully. And there is an interesting Greek word there that tells us he felt as if the whole sky was coming down. Whole sky was overcast. And he was gloomy. He was shocked. He was appalled. That's what the Greek word means. He was shocked. He expected Jesus. to tell him, yeah, come follow me. That's okay. You can do it. No. Give up what you have, then come and follow. Is there a habit in your life that is standing between you and Jesus? Are you committed to certain trends and tradition that prevents you from being fully committed to Jesus? You know, the important distinction with Christian discipleship, that is following Jesus, is that we are not only called to learn the teachings of Jesus Christ, know the Bible, we are also called to live them. Apostle Paul said, you are like a theater to the whole world. And people are looking at you, and they expect to see Jesus in you. This is why the writing says, the world has a right to see Jesus in you. When he didn't get his way, he went away sorrowfully. How about you? I know my little grandchildren, when they don't get their way, say, I'm not your best friend, Tata. They are upset. What is our response when we don't get our way? This man came with great anticipation. He bargained for a shorter route to salvation. And when he didn't get his way, he went away sorrowfully. He went away sorrowfully. This story sounds somewhat like you and me. Does it sound somewhat like you and me? We know the Bible. We know the commandments. But do we really have a relationship with Him? Or are we looking for a shortcut to salvation? When I was living in Chennai many years ago, it wasn't a crowded city like it is now. And I used to cut across the local suburban railroad tracks to get to the long distance part of the station in Egmore. And a lot of people did it, and I did it too. And one day, it was already late to get to that long distance station. I was to receive my sister, who was coming from Nagakoa, and I ran across that station and went to the long distance station, and somebody helped me to get up on the platform. It was down deep, you see. And then the same person said, do you have a platform ticket? You see, we had to purchase a platform ticket. And I didn't come about the right way, but I took the shortcut. And I didn't buy a platform ticket. So I said, no, sir, I'm sorry. But you are dressed with a necktie, you look like a professional, and you say you didn't buy a ticket? No, sir, I'm sorry. What do you do? I'm a pastor, sir. Pastor? Which church? Seventh-day Adventist Church, sir. You see, he said, I'm a Christian too. I'll tell you what. I'll give you some money. Go buy the platform ticket. Come and show me. So I went and got a platform ticket. The man was right where I left him, showed him the platform ticket, gave him the change. And I learned never to take a shortcut. Never to take a shortcut. I didn't have money. He gave me the money. That's how Jesus treats us. We don't have anything in us that can save us. You can't buy salvation even if you have money. And that's what he tried to get across to this young man. And remember, my friends, there is no shortcut to salvation. You not only acknowledge the Lordship of Jesus Christ by kneeling down every day, but you must be prepared to do all that He asks us to do. You see, my God transcends trends and traditions. He doesn't attach much value to that. Are you committed to me? Do you have a relationship with me? Jesus longs to be connected with you. Jesus longs for that relationship with you. Spend time with him every day. You will grow more and more like Jesus. Amen.